alive, man. This beard is getting more beardy. All the beard time, the bearding is. Just my mustache though. Let's get you lined up. Let's rock and roll, as the cool kids would say. Estemoyanos. Almost no matter which way I take today, I'm pretty much going to be screwed with traffic. So might as well take it slow and enjoy the ride. What's a severely underrated album? The soundtrack to heavy metal. A lot of good songs on there. Just a lot of people don't give it the credit for what it's worth. The movie itself is also wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. When they did Fact 2, I appreciate it, but it was I was trying too hard. It didn't stop me from buying a replica sword from Fact 2. But just the whole thing, they tried way too feckin' hard to make that movie relevant and edgy. Original though, great cast, great stories, and interwoven elements between all the stories, with the commonality of the Lochnar. Of course, everybody loves Tarna. I love Tarna. I mean, her hair to die for. Devo having a guest spot during that segment in the little cantina. Now, the song that they're playing in there does not appear on the actual soundtrack. Now, I don't know if it appears like any extended editions or maybe the original LP, but on the CD album that got released, it does not appear on there. and I have not researched the actual LP, the vinyl LP, to see if anything else was different on that, or maybe there's special editions or extended release editions that have come out. One of my favorite segments is the aliens who basically blow up Washington and do a bunch of lines of coke in their spaceship as they fly back to their home planet. That was great. Hanover Fists. Basically a country bumpkin who thinks the Lochnar turns into a raging lunatic, murderous lunatic who's going after the one guy who's a complete dick through the whole thing, and then they kill that captain. That was great. Hell, the whole fucking movie, all of Heavy Metal, the original Heavy Metal, is fabulous. And I'm to the point where I think I'm going to go home, see if it's on Netflix or something, and watch it. Netflix, on demand, on any of those services that I have on demand with, which I don't even know what I have them with because I don't ever watch TV. But I'm going to watch it tonight so I can watch Heavy Metal. That was completely unnecessary. Let's throw this red Mustang being a jerk to my back left. You'll get to see this red Mustang here in a second. All like, hey, look at me, I'm a badass bro in a Mustang. Beep beep, mother trucker. Look at me, I'm a lady driving a Mustang. Beep beep. I'm a badass. Beep beep. And you know what? It's a Mustang, come on. Oh, so, yeah. My PBX at home was getting hammered today by an IP from Avast. Yeah, the antivirus and security company Avast. They had something in their network, in their IP block that they own, that was just hitting me, trying to force calls to a number in Russia all day long. Now, I don't have international calling enabled on my system, and I don't even have outbound calling enabled. It's strictly inbound only, and I only have like 2 actual extensions on it. Everything else just doesn't exist. I don't even have 911 capability on it because it's not a real number per se. It's a remote SIP number that I'm using for test purposes because it's going to my lab, right? So I'm getting all these SIP requests for 911-011, which a lot of PBX hacks try to do to bypass internal systems, because 911 essentially forces a call out no matter what. Because, you know, it's emergency purposes, so it tries to force it out. But then, with the way they code it, it opens an external line, but then immediately before it has a chance to dial emergency services, it will then force the call to actually dial out to whatever else they programmed into it. In this case, 01174, so a phone number in Russia. I deal with international country codes a lot in different parts of my job over the years, off and on, so I'm very familiar with certain area codes, or certain country codes. my phone system doesn't even have the ability to dial 911. I flat out destroyed that dial plan. The only dial plan it has is internal extensions. There's nothing. There's no outbound routes on it at all for this sole reason, because I didn't want my number to be used to place malicious calls outbound and rack up, you know, a multi-$1,000 bill for some BS like this. So back to the story at hand. The IP that this was all hammering me from, it was using just, it was trying like 8,000, 8,001, 8,002. It just kept trying different extensions, ramping them up. Different key combinations and stuff to try to force an outbound call from my system. And I've been monitoring this actually for several days. So I decided to temporarily disable my failed ban so it wouldn't ban that IP block. I set that one as ignore for several days because I was getting hammered by that one particularly hard. So I can gather a bunch of logs, and I gathered all that detail and emailed it to Avast about 8 hours ago. They haven't replied back to me, but then again, I believe they're in Sweden. They might not even see it until probably like, you know, 9 or 10 o'clock tonight during their midday or something tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what the response is about why an IP in a subnet that they own is hammering out, trying to force calls to Russia. Before I started streaming my in and out roads every day, in and out travels every day, I used to use Waze. But Waze always took me one of 3 ways. I could generally tell which way it was going to take me based on the time of day it was. So I'm just going with my own personal judgment now. I've been on Waze for hell ever since they were created. I remember when the original voice prompts and voice cues were done by one of the co-founders of it, and it was a very, very terrible audio. Like, he did not have GPS voice at all. You hear him come in, it was kind of harsh, and it seemed a bit over the top. So when I had a professional voiceover artist to actually do it going forward, I was very appreciative of that. But I've been on Waze so long, and I've racked up so many points. I don't have like the superstar points of, you got this for being #1 in your state for this week, or you've done this number of map edits and things like that. I do some map edits, but not enough to be a superstar. But I'm Waze royalty, and I've gone so far, so long into the ranks that it's going to be a very long time before I ever get knocked off Waze royalty. think I'm gonna do the Tillsville Road. It's not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good. It'd be either way, probably be about the same. Up to a real summer and I don't have AC working, I have to drive with the windows down constantly, even in rain. It's gonna be terrible. Maybe I should actually get my AC fixed. It's the compressor itself. The switch that sends a signal to it tells it go on and off the relay. It's good. I've tested up to that. I see the computer when I turn the AC on sending the signal to it. I see it telling it turn on and off. I hear the relay going, making these clicking noises. And it goes through, right? And then I've tested the wiring up to the air compressor itself. And I see that the wire itself is sending a signal to it, going click, 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 click. But the air compressor itself is just not taking the click. It's full. It has refrigerant in it. It's actually completely full refrigerant. I tried to pull a little into it to see if that would make any difference. No, it kicked it all back out of me. It is 1,000% full. Not this weekend, but next weekend or the weekend after, we'll probably roll up the junkyard, see if I can find one on the car, and one or two maybe, and pull their AC out, and maybe just see if it's something that's simple. I can just replace one from a junkyard. I definitely don't want to buy one new. I probably should. But that's a lot of fucking money, man. I replaced the alternator in here with a used junkyard one a couple weeks ago. It took me all of about, 5 minutes. It's the beauty of a 20-ish year old plus American cars. They're pretty basic. Parts abound everywhere. Usually easy to get into and do work on. There's usually so many of them. Junkyards too, that it's easy to find one and do what I need to do with it. New custom homes. Dove Point Estates. I should go back there and check out what it looks like back there. That road used to not exist until very recently. This was all farmland as far as the eye could see. And then even further than the eye could see. And there was a little lake over here that you can go just swimming in, which is now blocked off and locked off because a bunch of 2020 condos went up around it. Not the ones over here on the right, but they're way off over the left back here. None of this existed. Shopping center to the left, Goodwill and all these homes to the right. Now this was a one-lane or two-lane road, one lane each direction, all the way until you reach the city of Taylorsville. In fact, when you go to take the turn to go to Taylorsville, that used to be just a turn road with a yield, or not a yield, a stop sign for the oncoming traffic coming from Fisherville. And so the people coming from Fisherville were told to stop and make sure there's no traffic coming from Taylorsville Lake Road through Taylorsville Road, because those people coming on Taylorsville Road to Taylorsville Lake Road had no stop they had to do or worry about. Yep, just to be able to just roll on straight through. Not a care in the world right here. Let's see if my judgment paid off. Well, looks like it was better than getting back on there over by 64, but we're still stuck in some traffico. I guess as it would have been much worse over towards 64 and 265, because that's usually a pretty bad intersection. The closer to rush hour you get. Like, I legit sat there for 25 minutes for no reason, no accident, nothing happening there. Just some people getting on and off in that intersection, and it was pretty bad. I have a feeling that when we get a little bit past this curve, that traffic's going to start picking up again and be really no issues. Oh, looks like there might be a little action up here. Yep, there's something going on up here on the left. And you know what? Everybody be rubbernecking. Oh, a thing happened and there's people on the side of the road. I gotta stare and see if I can figure out what's going on, because it's totally gonna affect my life forever. Nah, man. Just ignore it and move on. There's no reason for you to sit there and say, are you a trained medical professional? Are you police? Are you going to be able to offer assistance in some capacity? No, you're an average Joe. Get over yourself. Get over your morbid fascination. And move the feck on. Well, it looks like whatever's going on might have just picked up and left. So again, look. We routed a curve. Nothing was really going on. Looks like a vehicle got picked up from a tow truck and placed on it. And people kind of slowed down and let the tow truck in. That's probably what happened. There's no reason for all lanes to slow down like that. That was only affecting that left lane. Again, this is further proof that the Earth is absolutely flat. because no one would be able to drive if it was anything but flat. Because they can't take a curve, man. The earth can't be rounded, it can't be curved because no one could drive on it. They'd be too stupid to drive on it. I cannot wait for if ever a time I have children of my own that they come across these videos and be like, gee, I wonder what our dad was like when he was younger. Let's watch his YouTube videos. And they'll be like, man, he was angry all the time and pretty blunt with his statements. Man, he hasn't changed at all. He's still pretty angry all the time and pretty blunt with his statements. Almost as if he hasn't a care in the world. Like he's been there and done that. And it's been through hell and back at least once, maybe twice, maybe thrice before. That man, you know, he's been dead and come back. He's seen the other side. And he knows what's not waiting for us, because there's nothing waiting for us on the other side. There's absolutely nothing. Been there, done that, 2 separate times. No afterlife, no pearly gates, no one waiting for you. It just ends. So with what you have left in your life now, do what you need to do. Take care of things. Go have that family. Go make out with that lady. Go make out with that dude. Go make out with that dog. I mean, dogs are awesome. And they make out with you anyways, because they're like, oh look, my master's home. Let me lick his face. I'm gonna lick every part of his face. Now I'm licking inside his mouth. Why is he pushing me away? Does he not want me to lick inside his mouth? I'm sure he has food inside his mouth. That's what a dog thinks. That's what a dog does. So, make out with that dog too. Because the only legend you will leave behind, since you have nothing after this life, is what you do on this planet, on this super round planet. It's kind of an oblong planet, but on this super round curved planet, it's what you do while you're alive. Do nothing, be nothing left of you. No lore, no legend, no fame, no history, no stories. No one when they're talking to their kids and their grandkids about their father and their grandfather and what kind of person they were, or their grandmother, great-grandmother, what kind of person they were, or what have you. They, them, he, she, her, it, whatever non-gender specific term you wish to be known by. I'm indifferent myself. You can call me whatever, and I'm okay with it. If you tell me what you prefer to be called by it, I will call you by that. Because I respect you. And I respect your choices and wishes in life. If I slip up and accidentally say dude and bro, I apologize, because I just say dude and bro for a lot of things. I even called Toaster bro once. He didn't like it and it shot at me with a laser gun. I've even sometimes referred to people as dude bro. But make what you can of this life. Because there's going to be nothing beyond it when you die. Once you're dead, you're dead. No St. Peter at the pearly gates. No one to tell you your life story. is dying, and it's triggering off old parts of their brain as it tries to struggle to find any sort of connections. And it's like, oh, remember this time when you were 5 and you kicked Billy? That was a bad thing. Remember this time when you were 4? So as I was saying, one should not enact revenge. That's for, karma to do for you on your behalf. And that's what happens. That's why when you die, you get memories and people relive their life, and they have family members waiting for them because their brain is struggling to find connections anywhere to stay alive, to keep going, to keep moving. And that's it. Eventually it runs out of the old little gelatinous folds, fat folds of memory, and stops. Nothing more. After that happened to me, almost 7 years ago now, I no longer became afraid of death. And if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to go personally out of my way to make myself get killed or have an accident or die or anything stupid like that. But if something were to happen and I get ran over or crushed by a car and another accident, a bridge collapse on me, it happens. And then everyone else should just move on because it happens. Why I have a Twitter bot I'm working on to capture all of my statements on all social medias, hopefully. As long as it's the computer it's going to be built to, has internet connectivity and is online, it will continue saying my quotes forever, or until whatever service is attached to at that point future dies, like Twitter. Maybe Twitter finally dies out in 30, 40 years and no one's using it anymore. Well, then my bot would also die, no longer transmit my glorious notes of everything. Imagine that, though, in another 15, 20 years, with the number of people on Facebook and Twitter have died, and we have like a long history and catalog of things they've said and done just all over the internet. And then future generations come back to do the genealogy and be like, well, it looks like great-great-great-grandma Jenny has shacked up with that Senor Doofus III. Come at me, bro. When she was briefly broken up with her husband, according to what we found out on this Instagram and Twitter of hers. Wait, she was pregnant and gave birth about 7.5 to 8 months after that happened. Oh my God. Grandpa Johnny's not our grandpa. That's going to happen. And I hope to be around for the hilarity that ensues for a lot of things like that. A new study today indicates that in the year 2012, Former President Donald Trump had tweeted this. Why it was not known that was a identifying precursor to how he's involved with its organized crime syndicate prior to this is still under investigation, and we're still digging through the archives to figure this out. Why no one pieced 2 and 2 together? I'm not saying that's true, but you'll hear stories like that. People referencing ancient Twitter statements and handles and accounts. Exit right. Decelerate. Decelerate. Turn right. Continue 1 mile, then turn left. Farm and Barn CPR. Farm and Barn CPR. We do renovations. Renovations. $504. Wasn't so bad. I left at 4:20. It took me about 40 minutes. It'll take me about 47 minutes total to get home. It's not that bad for a Thursday afternoon. Hopefully you've seen the huge differences in gas prices around here. Out there towards my workplace, gas was seen at like $2.77. In J-Town on Tillsville Road, right a little before the expressway, gas was down to $2.55. Over here it's $2.60 something. Huge differences, disparagingly so, even within the county itself. And you see a difference of 20 cents within 15 minutes. Less than 20 miles. Something's not right with that. Situation where I have to wait for oncoming traffic to stop because the light's turning red before I go. So I don't think I'm going to get to clearing. Or will I? Yep, I actually will. you have blinky lights on? Whatever. They really wish they put like a Starbucks or something over here to the right of me, but they won't. It's not a prime location for a hoity-toity suburban white folk. Now we got a mostly blue-collar folk out here. They don't be drinking much Starbucks, according to the Starbucks executives. Starbucks is too rich for their blood. I just want a Frappuccino close. That's not a legal way to tow, sir. Whatever. It ain't affecting me at all. I mean, it's kind of affecting me right now because it's caused the traffic to slow down a little bit, but whatever. Except for I'm in no rush. Stuck in my head. Why are we still running so slow? Bro is like way over there, yo. Got some chickens out here today, or ducks? Yep. The house to the right with a fancy brick work fence has a bunch of peacocks, ducks, and chickens, and quails, and oh god, what was it called? Those other things that are hilarious. Anyway, they got a ton of bird and fowl over there that I find adorable. I love me some birds. Yo, Eclipse, why you so far back, son? Get your clips on up down so I can make this right turn, right? Like legit, there's no reason for you to be sitting this far back. You had 10 feet between you and the car in front of you. Come on. That tree's in bloom. One should walk facing traffic, not away from traffic, for safety reasons.